Okay, I'm going to try filming this video again because I've done it once, not thinking about the fact that the shine of the lead doesn't show the gradient unless you put it at an angle. So let's try this again. I'm going to film it at an angle, so hopefully it gives you a better video perspective of value scale. And as we spoke about before, the different types of pencils are H, F, HBs, and Bs. So H stands for hard lead, which gives you a lighter color. F is for fine, for more detailed work. HB means hard black, and then B is black for darker color. And then you have ebony, which is your darkest. So using your pencils, go ahead and shade each one of the rectangles. Make sure you have them labeled for future reference because we're going to cut this strip out later and punch holes in it so you can use it in an actual drawing. I'm going to start with H. Using the same pressure, go all the way to the ebony. And remember to use the side of your pencil. Don't worry about staying in the square or rectangle. This is just for your own reference. Okay, now I want to go over each one of them just to smooth out the value itself. Please don't ever use your fingers for blending like this because your fingers have oils on it, and if it's a drawing that you want to keep for a while, it will eventually yellow in the areas that the oils of your fingers have touched. So I like to use Q-tips. If you want to use your finger, you can put a paper towel over your finger and rub, but Q-tips are handy to use for this kind of project. And as you can see, I'm going to turn my Q-tip each time so that way I'm not inadvertently transferring some of the previous lead onto the next value. So at this point, go ahead and cut out your scale and get a hole puncher, and we'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I have my value scale cut out, and you can see the shine of the lead, which is kind of fun. Get your hole puncher. I have a very, very old school hole puncher, and I love it. And just punch a hole towards the bottom center of each one of your values. So now that you have the holes punched, the purpose of this is if you are planning on doing a drawing, a black and white drawing, you can use your scale as a guide as to what pencil to use for shading that section of your picture. So I have this picture of Audrey Hepburn, who I love, and I'm going to use my scale to figure out what pencil I need to use for each of these ranges. So let's focus on this area, let's say right here. Okay. As you could tell, this is going to be too light, still a little bit too light. 4B and 5B are going to be your best pencils to use for this. And then if you look right here, where it looks like it's pretty much white, you can go ahead and use your H. So as you are working on your drawing, you can use your scale to kind of like a shortcut to try and figure out which pencil to use in this process. Now, if you want to do a portrait or a drawing, whatever it is you want to do in a color, you can always kind of cheat and go to either Lowe's, Home Depot, any hardware store like that. Get some paint swatches, flesh tones to use as your guide as well. So this isn't going to give you the names of the colors that you have to use as far as whatever your color pencils are, but at least you can practice making these colors with colored pencils, which we'll do in another video, to get the correct color according to whatever your picture is. You know, get a bunch of skin tones, and then also if you don't have pencils handy and you're kind of in a bind, you can also get black and white color strips. This one is a Glidden, and use it the same way you would your homemade scale. So I hope this helped, and we will do some color pencil blending in the next video.